because they're just putting these things in so that they can use it against us.
I mean, they're starting to get into stuff that I think you should be arrested for even proposing in Parliament.
Yeah.
Really.
And just breeze through it. Like no, like this is crazy.
Yeah. Another one of the things we mentioned that you know you're in a Nazi society when is when people are confiscating wealth from their political opponents. That was a massive part of Nazi Germany, and that's like there's people very much in favor of that. You saw the Trudeau government confiscating all the money from the Freedom Convoy and shutting down their businesses and all that kind of stuff, and trying to take their trucks in Ottawa. They tried to seize the trucks to
Yeah.
pay, quote unquote, for the damage that happened to Ottawa.
And then they said, "Oh, we were never gonna do that. That we weren't gonna do that."
They were most definitely talking about it,
Yeah.
and said they were, and then backed off on it. So BC now, civil liberty groups. This is reported by True North News. Civil liberty groups blast proposed BC unexplained wealth seizure law. Here we go. British Columbia's new premier, David Eby, revealed on Sunday that he will be introducing new legislation to allow the government to seize property via an unexplained wealth order. Civil liberty organizations are up in arms over the proposed law, claiming it violates the rights of Canadians. Of course it does. The BC Civil Liberties Association has called the proposed law an unacceptable infringement of rights. The BCCLA believes that UWOs are an unnecessary expansion of government power and an unacceptable infringement on Canadians' rights to the presumption of innocence, due process, and privacy, said the organization. Unexplained wealth orders were first recommended in a report by the expert panel on money laundering in BC real estate in 2019. All this stuff really, like, 2019 was a huge year for getting all the people in place and all the laws in place
Yep.
to pull off this takeover.
Yep.
Saw a ton happen in 2019 for it. Civil forfeiture is already used much more readily than criminal prosecution, but still requires a link to criminal activity, which may be hard to establish, especially where international transfers are involved, wrote the panel in a list of recommendations. Unexplained wealth orders could be used to confiscate property where there is no evident legitimate source of funds, providing another civil process tool that does not rely on criminal prosecution or evidence of a crime. Right. I mean, you can just have stuff.
Yep. Well, here's another example of what I was just talking about. Trying to get this through.
Yeah.